Hello there, it's Stacy of Living Blueprints, and this morning I'm going to talk about an aspect of emotional intelligence. That was the last topic I did, but this is something more specific that can really help to enhance relationships. And I'll talk specifically about work, but this bleeds into all areas of life. So again, Linda Stacy, Living Blueprints, and this is a little ditty about how to increase rapport at work and in the rest of your life. If you end up liking this content, I'd love it if you would like the video, whether you're in Facebook or YouTube. And in YouTube, if you'd subscribe, that would be awesome as well. It helps other people find similar content if it's interesting to them. So Shelly Gable, who is a professor actually at my alma mater, the University of California at Santa Barbara, has done some research around how you can build rapport, and actually that how you celebrate is more predictive of strong relations than how you deal with disagreements. So how you celebrate is more predictive than how you deal with disagreements. So when we think about this at work, we can think about little wins that we have along the way, whether we've just completed a project, we've just done something ahead of deadline or something like that. Are we taking time to celebrate? Are our bosses, our leaders acknowledging the awesome things that we're doing along the way? I have a little bit of a share. I've had a couple of actually opposite of these things happen in my working life. Way back in the day when I was waiting tables, late 90s, I was at a restaurant in Southern California, and I had just gotten accepted to Simmons to go to graduate school and move to Boston, and that was really exciting for me. So of course it was news that I wanted to share with everyone. We all have these times in our lives where we're super excited about something, and we want to share it with the world, right? And the general manager at the restaurant said, another opportunity to put off your life for 2 years, which I thought was an interesting response. I mean, of course you want people to be happy for you, but I kind of had no idea at the time, like where that was coming from. It probably had nothing to do with me and a lot to do with him. I don't know, but these types of things certainly don't help enhance the relationship. And I knew I was on my way out, but if, I probably had a couple more months left in that role. But then I had another experience in my more recent work life, where I had published a second book, and I had someone who was kind of in a boss position say, "Aren't you fancy?" Like that was the response to this thing that I was super excited about. And so what does that do? We all have had these experiences where we share something positive and you don't really get an awesome response. Someone might be super concerned. Like another thing, when I was moving to Boston, I had people in my family who were very concerned about the amount of debt I was going to incur. And so everything that came off about that, my excitement was actually getting turned into something kind of negative that, even though that wasn't really where they were going. But you've had experiences where you've shared something with people in your life and the response is a little bit negative or just not what you'd hope. So what does that do? That means that you're probably not going to share positive experiences with that person in the future. Maybe even not deliberately, but you might hold back and think, they're not really for me. They're not really with me. I'm not really going to I'm not going to do much to further engage with this person when it comes to things that are important to me. That's what happens when someone kind of isn't excited for you, right? So in a work situation, when bosses are passive or they're actually kind of being negative towards the relationship, this can really undermine the boss to subordinate relationship. So that any ways that bosses can actually be more positive and celebratory can build a foundation of trust with the employee. And then when it does come time to talk about things that are more challenging, it's easier. It's easier to just have a conversation when you have this kind of built-in trust rapport. What you're doing when you're kind of validating the positive thing, no matter what it is that's happened in this person's life, you're validating, you're showing concern, you're showing care. You're all humans. You all have exciting things. A little point on this, even like the most elite physicists, scientists in the world, and screenwriters who have gotten their screenwriting, their scripts picked up by big movie houses, even they want to share their big wins. No matter where you are, we want to share positive things that are happening in our lives. So whenever you find yourself holding back or not want to be so excited about someone else, just take note But know that that might be undermining the relationship in some way, shape, or form. It can be hard to be happy for everything that's going on in everyone else's life. I heard a statistic recently that only 10% of people are really excited for the positive things that happen in your life. And I think that's too bad. I have found that when I have very clear things in my life that I'm kind of either working towards or really excited about or happy about, and I'm making my steady progress, because this is it. I have one life. This is my life to live. I'm going to make progress in the areas that I choose for myself. I tend to be able to be very happy for whatever progress other people are having in their lives. So I encourage you to choose things for yourself and make your own progress, and then notice, wow, other people are doing cool things too, even if it has nothing to do with what you want to do. And if you have bosses or subordinates or people in your life that you want to build rapport with, get excited when they're excited. Ask them how it feels. Tell them to tell you more about it. Validate how exciting it is for them. Share their excitement and show that you care. As always, I am going to post my 9 tips for more energy and time management and dealing with all of the craziness in our lives along with this video. It'll be in the description on YouTube or in the comments on Facebook. And I hope you're having a great week. Again, like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this content. Bye-bye.